before the rude interruption, do you know what the zoo called Nigeria, do you know what they do? Every country of the world, they go there, they identify a company, and they give them a contract. In a country of 200 million people, common passport that any printer can print, they gave that contract to an Irish company. Do you know why they did it? So that if we know all those Irish, conscientious Irish Reverend, Catholic Reverend fathers that always fight for Biafra. So if we go now and we are lobbying, let me tell you how it works. It's a secret. I'm going to say it out so the world can hear it. That is why when somebody sits somewhere, they're telling you they're fighting for Biafra, or you're talking about the file, and then I'm telling you they're fighting rubbish. Nonsense. They are not fighting for Biafra. Because we know what we suffer on a daily basis. Each time you go to Ireland to go and lobby the Irish government to support Biafra, they will tell you, oh, there is a very valid case for Biafra. We can understand, you fought your war and the rest of it. But come back again. When you come back again, you will hear that it is in our interest to keep Nigeria as one. Because in the intervening period, the company that publishes or that prints your passport booklet, if you are a zoo animal, that is a nigger from the zoo, that passport you're holding, go to your green passport now. It was not printed in Nigeria. That nigger, no, it was printed in the Irish Republic, in Ireland. So with that, the company that prints it will make sure that Biafra will not be discussed. If you go to Germany, the same thing. No matter how hard you try to get to Angela Merkel and to get the German government to do what is right, the same way they supported Bosnia-Herzegovina to break away from Yugoslavia, they will tell you no. Because the Germans are benefiting through lucrative contracts from Siemens and also Julius Berger. Big money, huge money. And Julius Berger doesn't get paid cash. So you see the second Niger bridge that Julius Berger is building, or so they claim they are building. All that money that was agreed will be given to Julius Berger in oil. Julius Berger doesn't take cash. They take oil instead. And let's say that River Niger is, let's say, for argument's sake, say 400 million barrels of oil was agreed. Because there is, when I told you there is no meter at the pump head where they load oil, you never believe me until the Ziani confirmed it. Now, because there is no meter at the pump head, let me tell you why Julius Berger wants to be paid. Any smart company will tell Nigeria, the zoo, in fact, Nigeria, to pay them with crude oil. Because there is no meter. Now, you have agreed to give Julius Berger 400 million barrels of oil for the construction of second Niger bridge. When Julius Berger goes there, they will take 200 million barrels. Do you know why? Because there is no meter. That is why they don't want Nigeria to break. No sensible, corrupt government in the West. By which all of them. Nobody was. Italy is there with Egypt. Sorry, with Egypt, yes. France is there with ELF. America has Halliburton. They have Mobile. Very huge in Akwa Ibom. Are you following me? Britain is, of course, they're just taking oil for free. Every country, every major country of the world has a contract. And those companies, when you go to lobby that country, those companies will come out and say no. Tell their government, we are making money from these people. Why do you want Nigeria to break? And then God said to me, because I went to all these meetings and some of them accepted to do something, and I do something now that Trump is there. And the others, they were saying, no, we want Nigeria to be one. God said, I'm going to break Nigeria through another means. Told me, I'll break it through another means. And today we are saying it. And now that is why they are panicking. And their friends are telling them, try and keep the death of Buhari a secret, please, until 2023. Please try. And that is why the Yoruba media is getting more money every day. Channels, television. Tinubu is making more money. And more money than he can ever spend all his life. And his next 20 generations. To keep it a secret. So that the zoo won't bet it's too late now. They know it's too late. That's what happened. So I'm sure that our brother will be happy because I have gone back to where I stopped. I've gone back to where I stopped. I told people, I told them, I want to, Chibesi, well, go back to my old broadcast and bring them out for me. I told our people, Biafran people, that a time will come when your mothers will be raped, when your daughters will be abducted. I've said it over many years ago. Is it not happening today? Look at all, and please publish the pictures, all the dead bodies that litter our farms, our farm roads, our villages. People come to our land and they kill us. They come to our land and they kill us. Nobody's saying anything. They are waiting for IPOB. But do you know why they cannot do anything? It's guilty conscience. These are the people that brought Operation Python dance. Those that killed our men. That led to the death of my parents. When I launched a security outfit, they came, all of them. What? Not knowing that the Fulani cabal, telling them to disassociate themselves from me and IPOB, we are planning something greater. They were planning to invade us. And I told Modo that these people are coming. In his house in Enugu. I told Modo, when I went to ADF meeting, Ali Igbo Development Foundation, I told them that these people are coming. They are coming. They are coming. And today they have come. And out of shame, they don't know how to say, oh, we are sorry for what we did. Please forgive us. Raise an army to defend our land because they know we have the men. Of course we have them under one command. Call this army to stand and defend us. They are ashamed. That is why people are being killed everywhere. I know someone says, but why don't you do something? Why wait for them? No. All of you were there when the army came to my house to kill me. Because I spoke the truth. Because I told you to be prepared. You all kept quiet. All of you kept quiet. I lost 28 men, my cousin, my parents, and my dog, Jack. And you keep deceiving yourselves that Buhari is there. But you know he is not. That is why I maintain that the zoo will implode this year. The zoo cannot pass this year. It will implode this year. If they either do it peacefully, or they do it, in pieces. But this year it must collapse this year. We can't allow the zoo to go into 2021. It's impossible. Impossible. We must do it this year. Because men are dying. Look at publish those pictures and tag people. Let them go to my page and see it. What is happening in your homes. All of you are now too ashamed. Because you don't want to speak about it. Has Ohanese spoken about the killings of our people? How about Pandev? No. How about your governors? Yes, those that plan to kill me. How about those reverend fathers that went to Nikelek Resort to plan my death and my assassination? Most of the bishops you have in Igbo land, they were there to collect money from Ikekwe Madu to kill me. Nikelek Resort. Ask them. Ask Archbishop Chukwuma, Anglican Communion in Enugu, were you there or not? Because when I push you, I'll show you where to fall. If I mention an incident, I will give you names of people to ask. Archbishop Chukwuma, were you at the meeting where I was betrayed or not? Yes or no? Nikelek Resort. And they say we have no respect for elders. The elders that hanged up to kill me. And as a result of the trauma, my parents died. My men died. You want me to respect them? Allow me to come to your house and kill your father and your mother, kill your friends and your relatives, and then see the way you will react to me. These are the real killers of our people. Ohaneze. And we can never forgive them. Never. Never forgive them. Never. Because they're evil. They're evil. Because of them, our people are dying. Can you imagine if they are still behind us then? To say what these people are doing is correct. It prove to us that you're sincere. They never, and I warned them. They traveled to Enugu that time. The Sultan went to Enugu to go and ask him, are you people here? What are you doing? Stop Nnamdi KANU. You must stop him now. You must stop him now. But now that the Fulanis are killing your people, has the Sultan come back to ask you how far? But you claim you're intelligent. I must preach this gospel. And people are answering Niger Delta. We are Niger Delta. There is a Daily Times publication. I'm sure all of you have it. I want you to go. This is for the saboteurs in the southern part of Biafra, in his zone especially. I don't know what is wrong with a John. They always produce hardened saboteurs. Hardcore sabo. Heavy saboteurs always come from his zone. I don't know why. Maybe because Pigo came from there as well. The light of Biafra is from there. Maybe Satan must be there. All you saboteurs from a John land, Sabo, this is for you. Daily Times publication. Tuesday, 25 of April, 1967. The way your useless, satanic Niger Delta came about. Created by one man. As a threat, should I say as a blackmail. If Biafra tries to break away, we will create Cross River, Ogoja and River State. So when you stand up and talk rubbish, nonsense about River State, rubbish was created by God. Not by God in heaven, but by a murder, a mass murder. Shame on all of you. I say shame on all of you. Talking rubbish, River State, Niger Delta. Shame on all of you. Something that God created. You have no shame, have no class, you have no dignity. Bunch of harlots everywhere. No dignity, no honor. You claim you went to school, but you cannot reason very well. It was created to divide you. Here is the proof. Daily Times, April 25, 1967. Your useless Niger Delta was created to divide us. You animals cannot reason. You can't. You're making stupid video, looking like a pig talking rubbish, because your brains are empty. Your masters paying you money from the north. They press you. Oh, you are there, and IPOB is waxing strong. Say something. There's your hair. Fools everywhere. You're challenging people who are more intelligent than you. A lowly IPOB officer would demolish all of you in any debate. Not to talk of DOS. And then you come to me. You will be demolished. They said in Yamwood and all these Efulefus, they went to go and do a lawsuit. Out of shame. And I want to ask anybody who is listening, why wouldn't Yamwood go to court to go and institute a lawsuit with Edwin Clark? Out of shame. Your people are dying, and the only thing you can do is to file a court case asking for damages of their own share will be maybe around 17 billion naira. Not even dollars. You did not mention people who are dying. You did not mention Miyetti Yala terrorists killing people. What concerns you? Your main concern is money. Let's go to a court and ask for money. Because I don't see any greater strategy behind all this whole court nonsense. There were other fools that said they wanted to go to court to fight for Biafra. It's been adjourned till today. It's an adjournment. So how can you get justice? Abakoba went to court to go and challenge this dichotomy between the North and the South in terms of unity schools, cut-off mark. The same cut-off mark. The case is in court, but the same cut-off mark. If you score 2 from Yobe, you go to unity school. From Anambra, you have to score 138. But he's in court, the same court he went to, where a Sharia man is the Chief Justice, give you all this adjournment after adjournment until the kingdom come. Because you're guilty. No, you stand up to it because you are guilty. If you want to do activism, you come out on the street and lead a protest. Even Edwin Clark, I will come and wheel his wheelchair for him. Then we'll go and protest. That's what men do. Not going to which court are you going to? I'm not even going to bother reading the nonsensical lawsuit. They say they fired. People are jumping up and down in court. Isn't that was the case not adjourned? Adjournment after adjournment? Can you get anything out of it? Are we not in court? Is everybody not in court in the zoo? By virtue of this lawsuit, all the southern leaders and middle belt have publicly confirmed what I said from the onset, that Nigeria runs a system of apartheid. That Niger territory called Nigeria runs a system of apartheid. That's the confirmation. Because you're going to court to enforce a constitutional provision, which means that people are in breach of the core principles of the Constitution, which on its own is an impeachable offense, if you don't know. So rather than going to court and talking rubbish, you go to your senators and let them table a motion of impeachment. It's apartheid. Don't you know that? Oh, sorry, this is black apartheid on a black man, so it doesn't count. If it is white people, will be writing rubbish all over the world. Black against black, not a problem. If apartheid can be dismantled, why not this apartheid now in the zoo called Nigeria? Why can't this apartheid be dismantled? Why not, I ask? Why not? And I also want to please post that very newspaper caption of, or should I say, a cutout of what our leader said, our eternal leader, who is Dim Chukwemeka, the general. He said, I believe Ohaneze cannot give political leadership to Ndibo. It can give sociocultural leadership. There must be opening up to allow the evolution of a political organization. I'm quite disappointed with Ohaneze, and I say it openly, from Chukwemeka, our general and our leader, the Biafran leader, eternal, I said. I don't want to make noise. When Biafra comes, they will see what it means to honor him. I don't want to be making noise. Go and get 2 trips of sand, mold block with Dangote cement, rubbish. When we build a monument to him, the whole world will marvel. I don't want to make noise about it, but you will see. Our general, Ohaneze is useless. From the useless to the core. You're going to court. And has anyone ever come out to say, I'm angry? Our people are dying. Look at the pictures on my wall, on my Facebook page. Has Ohaneze ever come out to say, I am angry? You know, Guta they killed, you know, Kikwe they killed, in Mbano they killed, in Anambra, the body of a woman scattered all over the place. They cannot say it because they're compromised. That's how you know a sabo. When it comes talking about Nnamdi KANU, hey, they jump out. But talk about that thing that affects everybody, no? No. Because once they say it, their masters from the Fulani Caliphate will call them on the phone and ask them, oh boy, what are you doing there? Don't you know that already? I must preach, please. Thanks to Nyawodo and Igbo governors who couldn't fight Fulani terrorism, our people are now being picked up one after. In fact, it's because of them. Do you know there are those that came to my house, my parents' burial, on the 14th of February, they're still in prison? You know why? Are you aware of that? Because some people that were in prison paid a bribe to the state prosecutor in Abia State. He was charging 100,000 each. And I said, I won't pay him any money. These people came for burial. My parents' burial. Do you know they're still in prison till today? People that came for burial. And they were charged with terrorism for attending my parents' burial. I'm saying it because the day our madness will start, you know, you are gossipers by name, you love gossiping. You start from the beginning. You cut the story from halfway and start gossiping away your lives. People came to my house for burial, my parents' burial. The state prosecutor in Abia State, in connivance with Abia State government, arrested people that came for burial in my house. Locked them up till today. The state prosecutor, the DPP, is asking for money. Because we made the mistake, somebody made the mistake, or an IPOB member or members made the mistake of paying money to them. Now they're asking for money. in Niger State. The day I will give the order and the madness will start, all of you gossipers, all of you professional gossipers, you won't start the story from the beginning. You cut it from the middle. I'll give you their names of those that are holding. Ume Sunday is in prison. In Africa, as a matter of fact. Kamal Ifeanyi is in prison. God's Time, Stanis Lanus is in prison. Donatus Okeke is in prison. Chukwudinaka Omena is in prison. Jonathan Oleta is in prison. Chidebere Nwoha is in prison. Eberechi Emeka is in prison. Chimezie Paul is in prison. Kingsley Ozowale is in prison. He's actually an equal man. Kingsley Ozowale. Ikechukwu Vincent is in prison. They came for my parents' burial. And they've been in prison since the 14th of February till now. No crime committed. Because they attended the burial of my parents according to Ohaneze Ndi Igbo. According to Igbo governors, they are terrorists. But Fulani will come to our land and kill a woman and cut her body up into 8 pieces. And they go scot-free. They're not terrorists. Nobody talks about them. People that came to bury my parents that the Nigerian army killed are terrorists. Do you see why we are the way we are? And what is the name of the man that is holding them hostage? What is the name of this man that is holding our people hostage? I must find his name. I must give it to the whole world to know that these are people, these are Igbo people, Igbo. They never prosecute Fulanis killing their people. Anywhere they see IPOB, they want to make money with IPOB by arrest. These are Igbo people. These are Biafran people in the police. In the police. Whereas in the same zoo they're in, the Fulani army officer and police will give guns to their people to go and kill Biafran people. Those defending Biafran land will be arrested by Biafran policemen and women and locked up. I hope you're following. I hope all of you are following what is happening. Do you now understand the mess we are in? Do you now understand the mess we are in as a people? And they are holding them hostage until we pay money. Until we pay money. That only then will they be released. Until we pay money. Do you know who is holding them hostage? I'm just saying it so people will know, the whole world will know. That these are the evil people that we have. Such people cannot enter here. This is the Sheta. Fulani is killing in Niger State. In Niger State. Okay, Zipas hasn't done anything about it. But people that came for burial going home, they're in prison. They are terrorists. I don't know. I can't explain this. His name is V.O. Chukwu. He is the Deputy Director of Ministry of Justice in Omuahia. He's a child of Satan. And he will not go free. I swear before God and man, he will not go free. This type of human beings should not see Biafra. He's an evil man. He's not an Hausa man, no. Not Fulani, not Yoruba. These are Igbo men. Igbo men using IPOB to extract money. Igbo judges, Igbo magistrates using IPOB to make money. When Fulani are killing, nobody's talking. Mr. Chukwu, V.O. Chukwu, the Deputy Director. There is one called Kanem Glory. These are the police prosecutors. Kanem Glory, you have not seen Fulani to arrest. It's IPOB fighting for your life that you are arresting. Do you see how maybe this evil from and the governors has, this is how evil, that is why Fulani is making use of, messing us up because of this type of brain we have. I'm just saying it so that when it happens, nobody will say we have no. You know our people, they love to talk rubbish. You see them writing about IP. I have seen there's only another person from Abuja writing. Before I used to ignore this, what IPOB is doing, but now I'm serious. He will never write about the killings of his people. And when did it start that we now hate ourselves so much that people are being killed by the Fulani and nobody wants to talk? But you can write about IPOB and yap about IPOB and rant about IPOB all you like, but never about the people who are dying at the hands of the Fulani. Oh dear me. Very sad indeed. We must preach this very gospel. We need to preach it. And let me tell you something. I said I'm not going to insult anybody today, maybe even going forward, but I am distressed. If I ask you now, where do you have the greatest concentration of insecurity, what would you say? You say maybe Northeast, in the North, banditry, Boko Haram, Miet Yala, all this. But do you know that in Anambra, the police has taken over a community? This same police cannot take over a community in Brono. They cannot take over a community in Yobe. They have not taken over a community in Adamawa. Why are all these things? I keep asking myself, okay, what is wrong with our people? Why are these governors allowing these things to happen? I don't understand our people. Why must police come into Achala and Oromco in Oka North to take over our land? Why? I ask, why? Can somebody please tell me? What is wrong with us? What is wrong with us as a people? What is wrong with us? Oh, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And instead of us to talk about this, we are busy suing a dead man. Buhari is dead and they know it. The case are being caught adjournment after adjournment till the kingdom come. Why are people lying to themselves? Why are people lying? Anyway, of course, remember Kemi Adeosun, have you forgotten? The former finance minister that forged her certificate. Maybe that was where they got all this forgery from, these skills to forge. A country that is steeped in criminality, with some pastors that are insane and pseudo-intellectuals, elders who are there and evil is happening, they cannot speak. Our people are being killed. But IPOB is a terrorist organization. People come for burial and are going home, we arrest them. If I give orders now, this state prosecutor in Abia, this prosecutor in Abia, if I give the order now that his family should be taken, all of you will start talking rubbish. Oh, Nnamdi KANU is a kidnapper. He has done it. Now he has kidnapped people from my house, going home. None of you have said a word. And he has the temerity to ask to be paid. This is why we don't give bribe to the zoo, DPP, or police. I have warned IPOB family members. I have warned them. If you are arrested, we don't give any bribe. We go to court until the case is dismissed. We don't give bribe to anybody. You see what this nonsense has cost? Now they want money from everybody. Because some people went and paid money to be released. If you go to Femi Adesina's page, Femi Adesina, the chief, the master forger, you will see all the people that came to Aso Rock. There is no video, no confirmation anybody was seen. Or seen talking to whoever they claim they went to see in the name of Buhari. All they care about is Nnamdi KANU is against Christianity. I have spent. The Christian Association of Nigeria has no Twitter handle. All they care about is to take your tithe and your offering and then buy private jet. I said they have a whole can that their members are being slaughtered. They have common Twitter handle they don't have. Christian Association of Nigeria, no Twitter handle. I checked and I couldn't see any. I am the one that tweet and inform world leaders about what is happening in the zoo to Christians in zoo Nigeria. I am the one that does it. You don't give me your money, do you? Christians. You give it to your pastors and they buy private jets. They preach nonsense to you. They mess you up. the Fulanis will come and kill you and they won't talk. All that bothers them is tight, and people think I cannot preach the truth. Who gave birth to that dog? They said I cannot. Who are you? Who are you? I cannot preach the truth. I'm Nnamdi KANU. Who told you that I won't preach the truth? I went to court and I called Buhari when he was alive. I called him a madman in his court. And it is you, I cannot tell the truth. Who gave birth to you? We are the ones spending our money fighting for Christians who are persecuted in the zoo called Nigeria. I give the order and we spend this money huge every month fighting for you. Some of you ingrates, some of you ungrateful Christians, I would say. Ungrateful, illiterate, badly educated. The amount of money I spend in a month fighting for you, all of your daddy GOs have not spent it in a whole year. Do they fight for you? Where have they been before to discuss Christian persecution in Nigeria? It is IPOB that is doing it. IPOB, yes. For your information. Let me listen to what a man of God has to say about some of you who are ignorant. It is not me. I'm sure this is Tunde Bakari. Is that correct? Yes. Listen to him. Listen to him.
According to his riches in glory.
Listen.
And then end up buying my own private jet.
Private jet.
No, my own God is different.
Tunde Bakari is saying that you don't give him money to buy a private jet. He said his own God is different. I did not hear people attacking him. Yoruba media did not attack Tunde Bakari for saying this. But if it's Nnamdi KANU, every idiot, every thumb, every cockroach talking rubbish. Tunde Bakari castigating those who buy private jets. Are you not listening? Or have you gone deaf?
And then end up buying my own private jet. No, my own God is different. He does not supply anybody's needs for them to contribute it into the pockets of robbers and marauders.
He called his fellow pastors robbers. Tunde Bakari called fake pastors, he called them robbers. God cannot give you money to give to a fake pastor. That's what Tunde Bakari is saying. I know some of you, you are black, you're from Africa, your brain is a bit funny. I'm not sure you can reason this thing through properly. You won't hear what Tunde Bakari said, but you hear what Nnamdi KANU said, yes? I'm telling you what Tunde Bakari said. Listen, please.
And which the flock of God, the people of our nation, have been endlessly and relentlessly beaten. The hottest part of the hell is reserved for preachers who take advantage of the people of God.
Are you listening? The hottest part of hell is reserved for preachers who are on private jets, taking advantage of the poor. Are you listening? This is from a pastor, a preacher of the word of God, Tunde Bakari. I'm sure that is him. I don't know where he's going. I don't know why he's saying all this, but he's not saying it. I did not hear Yorubas attack him. If you see Igbo people, Biafra, he was shooting their mouth like popcorn. Brain without control. A Yoruba pastor saying what most of you don't want to hear. You can't castigate him. Just like the same way that the Fulanis are killing us, none of you can talk. You're waiting for Nnamdi KANU to give order, for IPOB to fight back. And I'm here, and I won't give that order. I won't give it. I won't give the order. I will not. Tunde Bakari said, have you seen headline? Tunde Bakari hates Christians. Tunde Bakari is against pastors. Tunde Bakari is Antichrist. Because he's Yoruba. I feel sorry for you people. That is fraud in the zoo. EFCC, as I told you. Magu is corrupt. Did I not say it on Radio Biafra here that he's corrupt? I will do that mess later on. I'm too upset with our people, the way they reason. Let me bring this program to an end, please. I have a few announcements to make. It has come to our knowledge that some coordinators are administering group oaths. We don't take oaths by group. It's one person after the other, please. And we also understand that some people are not doing things the way they're supposed to be. Please, you must follow our procedure. If you're relinquished of your position, you leave your position, please, and rejoin. Don't be saying that the national coordinator gave me something else to do. That type of nonsense is for zoo Nigeria. Because in Biafra land, you may lose election. And once you lose, you just go to your house, you congratulate your opponent, you go to your house and you sit down. All this nonsense, I won't have it. I won't. But all the same, I thank all of you from all over the world who listen to us this very evening. Everything we say is born out of love and not hate. Everything we try to do is motivated by our overriding desire to create a wonderful and a beautiful nation called Biafra. That the world, our children, even those who died in the course of this very struggle will be very proud of. We must remember those that died, and for their sake, we must continue to push ahead until Biafra is restored. We are not doing it because we want people to be poor, to be begging for visa to visit Biafra land, to be able to survive. No. We are doing it because it is the right thing to do. The suffering is too much. The pain is almost intolerable, and we must bring this misery to an end.